Hello and welcome to this short video explaining a little more about the Bell Foundation's programme of evidence-informed CPD designed to meet the training needs of multilingual schools. If you haven't already seen the video about Centres of Expertise, you may want to watch that one first. This video gives an overview of what Language for Results is, what Centres of Expertise can offer, what the training materials look like, and what schools think about Language for Results. Please feel free to skip ahead to the most relevant chapters for you. So, what is Language for Results? Once they are accredited, Centres of Expertise are licensed to run Language for Results on behalf of the Bell Foundation. Language for Results is a not-for-profit programme of evidence-informed EAL training and resources which aims to support schools to embed impactful and sustainable EAL provision and develop inclusive practices. Language for Results is a suite of courses and associated materials designed to meet the training needs of different members of staff, from those in leadership positions to classroom teachers and support staff. And at the very centre of the whole programme is the needs of learners who use English as an additional language. Language for Results has been designed to ensure that all staff are more confident in playing their role to ensure that learners who are using EAL are well supported to achieve their potential. The importance of the whole staff is captured here by head teacher Mark Lewis.
I think what we've realised is that everybody needs to know how to address this issue, rather than perhaps before it might have been bespoke to a few individual teachers or with our learning support department. Actually, to support these students effectively, the whole school need to know what the best approaches are and how best to enable them to access the curriculum in the classroom.
So, what does Language for Results actually look like? In its most complete form, Language for Results comprises of 6 elements. 3 of them are freely available on the Bell Foundation website, although centres can still use them in their support for schools. The main elements of Language for Results that are available exclusively to licensed practitioners are a needs assessment and a suite of over 20 training courses, including 3 modules designed specifically for initial teacher training. Centres can adapt the way they use Language for Results to accommodate the needs of their own context, as well as their own capacity to run training. Centres often advertise their own programme of meetings, events and open access courses, sometimes online but often face-to-face in a convenient location. With open access courses, centres can reach individual practitioners based locally who are looking to develop their own expertise, as well as smaller groups of practitioners coming together from individual schools. Centres are able to tailor their training offer to meet the regional demand. So, for example, where high numbers of practitioners have recently been given responsibility for EAL, there may be a call for training for EAL coordinators, particularly in areas where there may have been little, if any, support for schools around EAL. However, much of the work that Centres of Expertise do is with individual schools. Many schools approach our Centres of Expertise already clear about what training they'd like to receive. They might know, for example, that they want some training specifically for their teaching assistants who might be supporting learners who are new to English in their lessons. Or, lots of schools know they want a series of training sessions focusing on embedding the Bell Foundation assessment framework throughout their school. However, other schools might approach the centre looking for a tailor-made training package to run across the whole school over a much longer period of time. This bespoke whole school programme can be designed following a full needs assessment visit and would include recommendations around different aspects of the school's provision, from leadership and management of the provision through to school environment and attitudes and ethos. The needs assessment and subsequent training is run by the centre's regionally based Bell Foundation licensed practitioners, BFLPs, who've been trained and licensed to run Language for Results. Once they have completed their training, BFLPs will have access to our Moodle platform, where all of the materials are available. Moodle's easy to navigate and the materials are all downloadable to keep the delivery as simple as possible. So first, the needs assessment. All of the documentation required for a needs assessment visit has been designed to make the process as efficient and effective as possible. BFLPs will be trained and then supported to run their first visit to ensure they're confident in the process. In terms of the training materials themselves, each course, wherever appropriate, is available as distinct versions for primary and secondary. In fact, some courses are distinguished further into Key Stage 1 and 2 to ensure the materials are as relevant as possible. Each course is fully prepared with a complete set of slides, full session plan and all of the relevant resources to share with practitioners before or during the session. Some of the courses also have pre- and post-course materials to extend learning opportunities. Many of the activities include suggestions for how they might be run online. Maintaining the high quality of our training is very important. Courses run by BFLPs receive very high recommendation rates, averaging 93%. Before we hear again from Mark Lewis about the impact of Language for Results on their school, you may want to take a moment to read some of this feedback.
The programme offered staff a way of thinking and behaving differently. Workshops were accessible for teachers and provided simple and practical strategies that could easily be embedded in everyday teaching practice. The training was really well received. It's already raised the profile and is having an impact on practice.
Now we're able to hit the ground running when a new student joins us, assess their need and put in place practice in the classroom that will allow them to have some access to our curriculum that will rapidly enhance over time.
Thank you for listening, and please do get in touch if you'd like any further information about becoming a Bell Foundation Centre of Expertise. You may also be interested in watching our other video on becoming a Bell Foundation licensed practitioner, or if you've not yet seen the first video, you may want to watch Becoming a Bell Foundation Centre of Expertise. Thank you.